I want to tell you, Gorsuch, I want to tell you, Kavanaugh, you have released the whirlwind, and you will pay the price. You won't know what hit you if you go forward with these awful decisions.
Kamala Harris seemingly praising this summer's chaos. This is her in her own words. You decide.
This is a movement, I'm telling you. They're not going to stop. And everyone beware, because they're not going to stop. They're not going to stop before Election Day in November, and they're not going to stop after Election Day. And that should be, everyone should take note of that on both levels, that this isn't, they're not going to let up, and they should not, and they should not, and we should not.
Now, 2 weeks before those comments, a violent horde of far-left rioters, they breached the walls around the White House. Did Senator Harris call this an insurrection? Of course not. The president and his family, they had to be rushed to a secure bunker. It took the Secret Service several painstaking hours to push back the perimeter and prevent the rioters from storming the White House. Any Democrats, members of the media mob, strongly condemn what happened? No, not really. That's because the left only sees violence when it's politically advantageous.
Press always asks me, don't I wish I were debating him? No, I wish we were in high school. I could take him behind the gym. That's what I wish. They asked me, would I like to debate this gentleman? And I said, no. I said, if we were in high school, I'd take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him.
If you had to be stuck in an elevator with either President Trump, Mike Pence, or Jeff Sessions, who would it be?
Does one of us have to come out alive?
You see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome.
When they go low, we kick them.
You cannot be civil with a political party that wants to destroy what you stand for, what you care about.
When you're in the arena, you got to be ready to take a punch. You got to be ready to throw a punch for the children.
Go to the Hill today. Get up and please get up in the face of some Congress people.
I don't think even in states where Donald Trump won big that it does you any good running away from Donald Trump. I think you need to go back and punch him in the face.
Nancy Pelosi herself wasn't interested in condemning the far-left riots. Remember, people just do what they're going to do. Wow. Take a look.
Respectfully, should that be done by a commission or the city council, not a mob in the middle of the night throwing it into the harbor?
People will do what they do. I do think that from a safety standpoint, it would be a good idea to have it taken down if the community doesn't want it. I don't know that it has to be a commission.
According to Jerry Nadler, this summer's violence was just a myth. What you saw with your own eyes wasn't true. It was a myth, according to him.
Do you disavow the violence from Antifa? That's happening in Portland right now? That's
a myth that's being spread only in Washington, D.C.
About Antifa in Portland?
Yes.
How dare he say the things he does? Of course I want to punch him in the face.
Right. Yes, I have thought an awful lot about blowing up the White House.
This is fake blood, just so you know. I won't give away what we're doing, but Tyler and I are not afraid to do images that make noise.
I just wonder, I like the hair better before or after. With all the blood.
Trump needs to be medicated and hospitalized.
Shakespeare's play Julius Caesar like you've never seen before. A man dressed to look like President Donald Trump gets stabbed to death on stage.
When was the last time an actor assassinated a president? It's been a while. And maybe it's time.
That's rapper Snoop Dogg pulling the trigger on a toy gun aimed at a clown dressed as President Donald Trump.
The psychotic rage was even worse on Twitter. A few weeks ago, Deborah Messing actually hoping the president would be raped in prison.
Sean, listening to all that, it just gives me this warm, fuzzy feeling and reminds me of how we're so close to unity now that Joe Biden's about to be sworn in. I don't understand why no one's calling for the impeachment of Kamala Harris. She was the one who actually raised money to get rioters and looters out of jail so they could get right back to the riot and to the looting. Isn't that an incitement of violence? And that's what they're accusing the president of.
We have come to demand that Congress do the right thing
and only count the electors who have been lawfully slated. Lawfully slated. I know that everyone here will soon be marching over to the Capitol building to peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard. Today we will see whether Republicans stand strong for integrity of our elections.
Look at what the president actually said. You can watch it on YouTube, read a transcript. Quote, I know that everyone here will soon be marching over to the Capitol building to peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard. Nowhere did he advocate acts of violence or destruction of property. He did not direct or encourage the protesters to breach security, attack police officers, threaten lawmakers, commit acts of looting and vandalism, rioting. He didn't do any of that.
Lord, I try so hard in this world to get along with you. Oh Lord, I try so hard. Well, now you know I got the blues. I give you everything you need. But you drive me away. I would do anything you